Sick kids separated from their parents. Sounds like a horrible thought, but it's the painful reality for more and more Long Island parents. Their children are too sick to be at home, and hospitals aren't the right place for them either. In fact, in our area, there's nothing in the middle, so parents are sometimes forced to send their kids to skilled nursing facilities hundreds of miles away. Well, today we have a closer look at this sad story in part 2 of our Focus 12 series, Long Island's New Survivors. It's late afternoon in Brentwood. Maureen Zorn waits to hear about her 9-year-old son's day in school. But unlike most parents, Maureen gets the word over the telephone, long distance. In and out of hospitals for years, Troy fell behind in school, and Maureen came to grips with the reality that he would have to be institutionalized. She searched for a local facility, combining the medical care of a hospital with the educational resources of a school and the rehabilitation services of a nursing home. Well, it didn't take Maureen long to realize you can't find a place like that on Long Island.
My son deserves the right to live at home with me. He deserves the right to a full life.
There's a lot of families out there that don't even realize how lucky they really are.
Bob and Angie Palacastro are no strangers to stories like Maureen's. Their second child suffered severe brain damage at birth. Now, the closest facility equipped to care for her was in Albany, but it had a 2-year waiting list. The Palacastros eventually placed their daughter in a hospital outside Hartford, Connecticut. The little girl lived there until her death, just a month after her first birthday.
We drove up there once a week with our son, sometimes twice a week. It was far. It was a far, distance. We were used to having her right at North Shore Hospital, so we really missed her. It was hard for us.
Even if a small facility was set up, it would pay for itself.
People such as Bob Palacastro and Maureen Zorn hope public policymakers will wake up and take action to reunite the children and their families. But that could take time, something a lot of the kids just don't have. You know, there are only several dozen pediatric nursing facilities around the country that are dedicated to the long-term needs of our chronically ill children. But surprisingly, not a one of them is in the metropolitan Long Island, New York area.
Once I first learned in dealing with my own daughter that there was no options out of the hospital on Long Island, I knew I had to do something. I had to find or create some alternative. Unfortunately, it took 10 years. My daughter only lived a little over a year, but I knew there was a lot of other parents, even in that short year that I had met, that also needed an alternative for their kids to live in.
Our family life has changed dramatically June 8th, 1993. Having our 4th child, we knew life was going to be adventurous. We had an open mind and looked forward to the healthy child we were told we were to expect. When Johnny was born, they told me that he was blue and that they spent about 9 minutes working on him intensely. They couldn't tell me how long he could live. We were now in an exclusive group. One that is, I feel, a secret society. No one knows how to help or give information on any of the situations that I felt we were in.
As a parent, to watch your child suffer, is about as helpless a feeling as you could ever have. You feel like a failure, and you're scared, you're lost. It's no place for anybody to be.
Everything went normal in the pregnancy up until 29 weeks when my water broke.
It was just a surreal experience. Isabella was about the size of my hand. She was only 2 pounds, 5 ounces.
I don't think that myself or my husband really understood what it was going to be like.
Good girl. Okay, I have another shirt I have to put on. This is a scar from one of her open heart surgeries. And she has a little bit of a hernia. She actually also has a scar here from one of her other heart surgeries. She has a couple of scars in here from when she had brain surgery.
Joseph was not getting better. He wasn't able to lift his head up. He doesn't initiate anything, and that was hard. That was like a whole another grieving process, because not only do I have a disabled child, but he's really so severe that he's not going much farther. That was difficult. He went through 3 brain surgeries to relieve fluid that had accumulated.
Now we had a kid who had so many issues. And I remember we brought him home, it was the day before Thanksgiving, and we were just sitting there dumbfounded with a newborn baby who had so many issues, and we were just petrified.
Life was over. We really felt there was nothing to look forward to. This was just going to be a difficult life. I searched high and low for anybody I could talk to who had been through this and what they did.
She found, people. Bob was huge in helping us, huge in pointing us in directions to get help, huge in supplying help to us, himself through his agency.
We have 2 services: home care services, helping families in the home with their children, and then we have Angela's House, which is a home away from home alternative.
We weren't eligible for Medicaid, so we had to apply for another service called Care at Home. And through that, Michael was able to get nursing through that, and we were very, very fortunate for that.
Once we realized that we were going to get nursing, it gave us the push to get through the next stage of this. It gave us a little bit of hope in that we could have some normalcy in our life. That we could have a break, that we could get some sleep, that we wouldn't have to be on 24 hours a day, every day.
They pretty much guided Michael and I in the right direction for little Michael. And we wound up having a service coordinator who was incredible to us. And she helped us through everything. And my experiences with Michael's therapies have been nothing but good.
We came home on Mother's Day to a nurse waiting for us, and it was the best Mother's Day gift I could have gotten that year.
I remember always feeling security and a peace of mind to know, God forbid something ever happened, an emergency or something, that there was someone there with me. Because as a parent, first of all, a new parent, having a kid with issues, I was always on guard thinking my son was going to have seizures or something, or even heart attack. I wouldn't know what to do. Then I just had a sense of security with the nurses at home.
They were the ones that showed me the programs that we could qualify for. And they were programs that got us assistance above and beyond my insurance company.
We have 6 rooms. 2 of them are doubles. The specialty equipment doesn't come out jumping again, whether it's a feeding pump or whether it's the oxygen and suctioning. It doesn't get, where that becomes the only thing you see in a room, like if you're in a hospital, because there's so much in the room. The medical equipment become almost secondary to the beauty of the room. During Easter or the other holidays, we always decorate depending on what holiday it is. It helps with the spirit of the house. This is the nursing station. It's centrally located in the house, so it has the ability to supervise the kids during the evening hours. We're going into the main area of the house. This is the area where all the children come out into the den and just have the ability to all be together. We wanted state-of-the-art homes that would not be afraid to handle some of the children that we wanted to be able to handle. So we knew there was going to be a lot of costs and cost overruns that we were going to need to support. And that's what's kept our efforts very busy, either looking for grants or donations to help support this.
It's like a paradise, really. I mean, for someone in the situation that we're in, it's priceless.
There's nothing you could ever do to say thank you for the work that they do here. It could never be enough.
This is home. This is home. He's got, every nurse that comes in here is another mom, and he's one lucky boy, let me tell you. He's got a fresh mom every 8 hours or 12 hours, not the same old tired one for 24/7. No, he's lucky. He's a very lucky boy.
The gift that Thomas actually gave us is that understanding of the beauty of life.
Yeah, and appreciating what we have today you know, we definitely will say, look how lucky we are, you know, look at Shannon, I can't believe we have a fourth baby here, you know, look how lucky we are, and Thomas is happy, and we have great peace right now, and that's what
The dream is back.
Over the past few years, we're helping more and more kids. And with that comes the responsibility of needing more and more donations and support.
You know, they're there to say to you that you're not alone. You might feel alone at times, but even though you're in this sheltered world, we're in this sheltered world with you. You're not going to be alone in it. They've kept my morale up.
Without them, I don't know where we'd be, really.
Yeah.
It's far from over. Far from over. I mean, when I look into the future, I know we need additional funding to support a third house, which we're actively trying to work on. We're also trying to work on a respite home. It's a short-term option where children can stay, whether it's for an afternoon, an overnight, a weekend, a full week, just to give that family that ability to maybe get away, or better yet, just recharge. It's an awkward feeling when a family's by themselves. You know, their love for their child is greater than anything in this world. And when you know there's a stranger out there making a donation or extending themselves to try to help us, it gives them a whole new hope in life. It's that feeling as if humanity is out there supporting us all. It's the greatest compliment to your love to your own child, to know that others have extended love and extending their love to your child too.
You know, when the doctors tell you that your child will never smile, and to see her smile, that's priceless. It gives me great joy to see her enjoying things that people didn't think she would be able to do.